Alright, good day guys. You're welcome to my channel. My name is Kings. You're welcome to K Comica. And today we'll be looking at the subject data processing, topic classification of computer. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and click the notification button so that you can get notified if any video comes out. Alright, join me as we get into the topic. Now today we are going to be looking at the classification of computer, and we have three areas computers are classified. We have classification of computer based on types, classification of computer based on size, and classification of computer based on their purpose. Now, let us look at this diagram beside in front of us. Like I said earlier, computers are classified into three major categories. We have computer based on size, computer based on type, and computer based on purpose. Now let's start with computer based on size. We have the microcomputers, we have the mini computers, the mainframe computer, and the supercomputer. These are the four types of computers based on their size. Now let's move forward to based on work. Based on work also means based on type. Classification of computer based on type. We have three main types of computers, which are the analog computer, the digital computer, and the hybrid computer. Then finally, we have computer based on their purpose. We just have two major computers, two computers based on their purpose. We have two. We have special purpose and general purpose. Okay, let us continue. Now, classification of computer based on types. Like I said earlier, the classification of computer based on types are just three. We have the analog computer, the digital computer, and the hybrid computer. Now let's start with the analog computer. An analog computer, of course, which is spelled analog in British, is a form of computer that uses continuous physical phenomena such as electrical, mechanical, or hydraulic quantities to model the problem being solved. In other words, analog computers are computers that still require interpretation after the data has been processed. Examples of analog computers can be your wristwatch, it can be your scaler, it can be your thermometer, and so on and so forth. Now let's go on to check digital computer. A digital computer that performs calculations and logical operations with quantities represented as digits, usually in binary number system. Digital computers are computers that give their data or their final information after being processed in digital form. Now let's move on to the third one, hybrid computer. An hybrid computer is a combination of computers that are capable of inputting and outputting in both digital and analog signals. A hybrid computer system offers a cost-effective method for performing complex simulations. You can either say that hybrid computer is a combination of both analog and digital functions. For example, I made mention of a wristwatch as an example of an analog computer, which of course you have to tell time. We also have an hybrid computer or a hybrid wristwatch that has both telling the time and the digital binary time itself. So an hybrid computer can function as an analog computer and also as a digital computer. Now let's move on. Classification of computer based on size. We have four, like I earlier said. We have supercomputers, mainframe computer, mini computer, and microcomputer. Now let's start from supercomputer. The fastest and most powerful type of computer is the supercomputer. They are very expensive and are employed in specialized application that requires immense amounts of mathematical calculations. For example, weather forecasting requires a supercomputer. Other uses of supercomputer include animated graphics, fluid dynamic calculations, nuclear energy research, and petroleum exploration. As you can see here, we now have an idea of what supercomputer can do. They are so powerful and strong that they are used in big organizations to carry out specific and large tasks. Now, the chief difference between a supercomputer and a mainframe computer is that the supercomputer channels all its power into executing a few programs as fast as possible, whereas a mainframe uses its power to execute many programs concurrently. So this means that a supercomputer uses all its energy, all its processing power for a specific, task set aside by the organization that wants to use a supercomputer. Then the mainframe computer uses its energy to carry out different tasks, thereby reducing the speed at which each task is completed. Now let's move on to mainframe computer. A mainframe computer is a very large and expensive computer capable of supporting hundreds or even thousands of users simultaneously. In the hierarchy that starts with a simple microprocessor at the bottom and moves to the supercomputer at the top, mainframes are just below supercomputers in some ways. Mainframes are more powerful than supercomputers because they support more simultaneous programs, but supercomputers can execute a single program faster than mainframe computers. Like I said earlier, the supercomputer will just specify itself on just one task, but a mainframe computer can carry out different tasks. So the difference between the two of them is that the supercomputer is faster in executing a task than the mainframe computer that shares all its resources and energy to execute many tasks. Examples of mainframe computers are we have your laptops, we have your mobile phones, your other digital gadgets that can multitask themselves whenever they are executing any task. Now let's move on to mini computers. Mini computers, a mid-sized computer in size and power. Mini computers lie between workstation and mainframes. In the past decade, the distinctions between large mini computers and small mainframe are blurred. However, as has the distinction between small mini computers and workstation, but in general, a mini computer is a multi-processing system capable of supporting from 4 to about 200 users simultaneously. Now let's look at it. For example, you have a laptop. More than 2, 3, 4, 5 people can actually use that laptop to create their own, user interface to run different applications they want. Applications like Microsoft Package, Word, graphics, programming, and so on and so forth. So a mini computer, just the word meaning means that it is small, so it's easier for you to carry from one place to another. Now let's look at the last one, microcomputer. Example of a microcomputer is a desktop computer. It is a personal or micro mini computer sufficient to fit on the desk. And this, we talk about the monitor, the keyboard, the mouse, the CPU, and so on, any other external or internal gadgets or output or input gadgets you intend to attach yourself with it. Now, in addition, we have the laptop computer. It is a portable computer complete with an integrated screen and keyboard. It is generally smaller in size than a desktop computer and larger than a notebook computer. We have other examples of computers based on their size. We have the palm top computer, the digital diary, the notebook, and so on and so forth. Now let's move on. Classification of computer based on their purpose. We just have two purposes. We have the general purpose and the specific purpose. According to purpose, computers are either general purpose or specific purpose. General purpose computers are designed to perform a range of tasks. They have the ability to store numerous programs, but lack in speed and efficiency. Specific purpose computers are designed to handle a specific problem or perform a specific task. So if you look at it, the word general, which means more than one, everything, and the word specific, which means just a particular task. So The classification of computer based on purpose are just two. We have the general purpose and the specific purpose. Alright, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button and also click on the bell notification icon so that you can get more new content. You can get other subjects that you want to learn. You can also send me a message if you want me to treat any other topic you're having difficulties with. So on this note, I want to say a very big thank you, and I'll see you.